Welcome to my YouTube video where I show you how I redo this dresser. I got it for free from my boyfriend's dad, and I was looking for a project, so I thought, why not? There were a couple little things that needed to be fixed, like this drawer track. The wood was completely stripped out and the screw wouldn't hold in there. This dresser had a lot of scratches and indents on the top, and I was hoping that it wouldn't be permanent once I got working, and further on in the video you can see it all came off. So I started off by taking all the drawers out and all of the hardware off so that I can sand and paint them. So in the beginning with these handles, I was going to paint them the same color as the dresser, but in the end I just painted them black along with the legs of the dresser. So here I'm trying to get off these fake little locks. They were stuck on there and it took me forever to figure out how to get them off, but I finally did, and my supervisor came in to check things out, make sure I was doing everything right. After that, I vacuumed everything out and wiped it all down. There was a lot of dust and cobwebs and just dirt, so I got it all out and all clean. I did the same to the drawers. And my buddy's keeping me company. Here, since the wood was all stripped out, I just poured wood glue in there and figured I'd just stick the screw in and let it all dry so that it would be stable again and it would stick. After that, I clamped it down just to let it dry for like 30 minutes. And I went and did the other side because that one was broken too. So while that was drying, I poured stripper all over the top, and I ended up having to do 2 coats because there was so much junk on there. It needed more. It needed extra help. And I just used a little paintbrush to spread it all around, and then I let it sit for maybe 15 minutes. So while that was sitting, I got started on sanding, and I sanded the sides and I sanded all of the drawers, and I had to do it a couple times again because there was so much stuff on there and it was really stubborn and would not come off. But I finally did it, and after that it was all ready for the primer. Once the stripper was ready to come off, I had a fat headache, so I put on a mask because I did not want to breathe that anymore. And I started scraping it off, and this stuff looked so gross, and it was sticky and ugh. So I got it off, and you'll see I had to do another coat. So I let that one sit and I scraped it off, and then this is what it looked like after. So after that, then I wiped it down just with some warm water with like a little bit of soap, just because it was sticky still and there was still some stain or whatever on there, and it kind of just balled up and came off, and then I started to sand it. So the cracks of the edges were really hard to get off with the sander, so I just used my little sponge sander. And then I wiped it off again just with a dry cloth to get off all the dust and everything that the sander made. So then the bottom piece of trim, I stripped it, sanded it, and wiped it as well. So I sprayed this stuff on it. It's just clear and it just sealed it up. Just so that the wood was sealed and not just sitting there raw. Next, I taped everything off and I got started on the primer. I am so sad, but my phone ran out of storage, so I didn't get to record all of the painting part, so all of that is not in the video, sadly. But I did get a little bit of the painting recorded, so I pretty much just painted 2 coats and spray painted the legs and the handles black and put everything together after it dried. Thank you guys so much for being interested in what I've been doing and for watching my video. And here is how my dresser turned out in the end.